What's up, family? Yes, this market has humbled me. And you might be wondering, well, how exactly did it humble you? Well, I heard the stories about like how tense it is and the difficulty in getting a job and these things. I talked to people about it, but like I was working a job, so I didn't really know. And now I know, right? So after being rejected by about 7 companies or so that I actually interviewed with, um, it was like, okay, yeah, this is like crazy, right? So just making this video to talk about it, give you some insight on my journey, maybe go over some things that I did in terms of like preparing myself, and hopefully that can be of some type of benefit to you. So I was working in an account executive role in tech sales. I still am in an account executive role in tech sales. But the company that I was with before, I was in a contracted position. So wasn't making like the full money that I could make, right? And plus, it was going to come a day where the contract would end. And I was thinking more longer term in terms of like the trajectory of my career, in terms of what type of account executive roles that I wanted to eventually move into. And so I just decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to start really just putting myself out there and looking for a different position that I really want to be in. And glory be to God, I was able to, I received that position. And it was a process, right? And so that process was me beginning to apply for jobs in about March 2024, like really heavily applying for jobs. I did not count, y'all. So anywhere from as low as 40 to as high as maybe 110 or so jobs, right? Broad range. And I was able to interview with companies, some one round, some maybe one or two, all the way up to 3 rounds that I actually did not get hired for. And so I'm bringing this up to you because, like, if you're looking to do some type of career pivot, in whatever that is, I don't know, can't speak for the other industries, but I would imagine that it's pretty intense, right? Whether it is something in the arena of like a cybersecurity ordeal, or if you're going into like that sales technology or SaaS space, SDR, BDR, or looking to explore other arenas that are in the ballpark of that, it may be pretty real, right? One company, for an example, had about 1,100 applicants. Now this was one of the extreme cases with me, and I made it to, I believe it was like 15 people being interviewed in this round, and they still had 2 rounds left, and I did not make it past this round that I was in, right? And I literally invested like a whole day in preparing for this, like a day. Now this is extra from the other times that I put into preparing, for this interviewing process for this company, and I didn't make it past that round. Now I'm saying that to say, like, it's intense, right? So you just have to have in your mind, okay, is the return on investment of what I'm looking for, futuristically speaking, is it worth what I'm going to need to go through now? Now, for some of you, obviously, people have all kind of different backgrounds, right? Your background, what you bring to the table in terms of your soft skills, it may get you in the door quicker than others. Some it may take longer, and some you may just realize, hey, this really just might not even be for me, right? So things that I went through in terms of like what I was doing, I had to really focus in on how has my previous role and other experience in my background prepared me for this moment, in terms of how is that all applicable for what I'm bringing to the table in this new account executive role that I'm interviewing for. So that really took a lot of pondering. Really, one of the driving factors was someone actually, took the time to like mentor me and really help me, like jump on meetings with me, do Zoom mock role play sessions, and critique me, like really sharpen me. I mean, this is a veteran person in the sales space, and it was so helpful. It was really eye opening for me. And really I got humbled even in that process because I realized that I was not as good as I thought I was, or as prepared as I thought I may have been when it came to entering into this job market. Now, keep in mind the role that I was going for, obviously, it's account executive. It's typically not an entry level role, but again, I have background in this now, right? So I had been in the role, I've been in the role now for about a year and a half up to this point, recording this video in July 2024. So, it took hours of investment. It took me, I guess you could say getting creative in the approach. So, whether that's spending a lot of time on Chat GPT, doing role play sessions, even with like AI, right? Like really just getting into, even when it comes to my resume building, getting onto some resume website and looking to really align my resume like the right way, a great way. So just kind of just throwing things out at you. I just wanted to cut on the video because I don't film that often now, because I really want to make sure that I am putting myself in a position to where I really can perform in my job, in my role, right? Because that is partly what is the branding of this channel, is you following like or being a part of, the whole experience or dialogue of my wife and I's journey. And hopefully, that exchange and relationship between us can bring some type of mutual value. So I just wanted to make sure that, hey, I've been doing my stuff in my role. So if you do have questions, just keep in mind, like, there should be a link in the description, depending on the time that you're watching this video. I don't know, but I would imagine it'll be in the description, to where you can book a meeting to speak. I will look to help you in any way that I feel that I can. And so if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. We can talk about it. Best wishes to you as you pursue any endeavors that have been placed upon you. Peace.